Alright, it's 8 a.m. We're at Hanging Rock State Park in Danbury, North Carolina. It's 19 degrees, and as you might think, there's nobody here, which is a cool thing. We're going to try to get, there's a fire tower right there, so that's where we're headed. Okay, so if we go right up here, we're headed towards Mooresville, where that fire tower is. You can go that way as well. It's definitely, going this way is an easier path up to it. This way they call it the Devil's Staircase, because you're pretty much going straight up. Take off on that trail there. That would be the less steep, longer ascent. I think the total trail length is maybe 4.2 miles. So we just got a little ways to go up these stairs, and we'll be at the lookout tower. And then here is the lookout tower. We'll go up and see what kind of views we get today. That's Pilot Mountain, and they do say that possibly way out there is Mount Mitchell, which would be the highest point east of the Mississippi. The trail that I came up from the bottom. Right there is Hanging Rock. And there's the visitor center and the guest house. And there's the lake that I went by. That's smoke coming up, and that's Blues Creek. And I'm not positive you can see it through this, but I can. Charlotte in the distance right there. I can see it through here, but I'm not sure you can see it. And then as we pan around again over there is Pilot Mountain. And then in the distance it does say up here that there is, you can see Mount Mitchell in the background. 360-degree views of North Carolina, and then right up there, that's Virginia. So I'll go back down, and we'll kind of come back across here. And you go along this ridge, and it drops down. There's a way that you can go out here to a place called Torrey's Den. It has some history that goes back to the Revolutionary War. But what I'll try to do is go up this, and on the back side of that right there is a place called Cookswell. Tower. That's the trail there again. I did this counterclockwise. Once we get over here, going off that way is that Torrey's Den that I told you about. Again, some sort of Revolutionary War history. And then what I'll try to do is make it up that there on the back side of that. That's going to be Cookswell. Alright, again, I did the Moore's Knob and Lookout Tower trail counterclockwise, which is steep, but it's a little bit shorter. To go up to the Lookout Tower, we're talking, I think the total round trip was 4.2 miles or 4.1 miles. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this to Cook's Wall right here. There is a trail back at the lake right after you pass the little lake house, boathouse. There's a trail off to the left that'll take you up there. Same thing, it'll go to Cook's Wall, House Rock, as well as Wolf Rock. Okay, so right there is the Lookout Tower that we were at. We traversed across that ridge, came down, and now we're going back up to Cook's Wall. So I came up that Magnolia Springs Trail, and I'm going to head out to Cook's Wall, so it's 1.1 more miles. I can go this way to that Wolf Rock. That trail actually continues on to a Hanging Rock Trail if you want, or it'll take you back to that parking lot. Again, over across the way, right up there is where that Lookout Tower was that we were at. If I'm not mistaken, from the parking lot up there is about 900 feet of elevation. You have to come back down, and then where we're going to go is going to be another 800 feet of elevation. So out here in the Piedmont, as well as, you know, eastern North Carolina, if you're looking to get some elevation, this is probably one of the better places to come, unless you're going to go out to western North Carolina or maybe even to Roanoke. So I always know I'm close when I get out to all this grass around here. It's just up around this bend up here. Okay, so this is the end of the trail. This is Cook's Wall. This right here with the towers on is Sarton Mountain, and that's Mount Pilot. And then off in the distance right in there, there is going to be Mount Mitchell, highest peak east of the Mississippi. Just a little bit behind where I was at Cook's Wall, so this is actually the end of the trail. Up there on that ridge right there is going to be the fire tower that we were at. We traversed down that ridge, came down to the bottom, and then came back up. So about 2 hours and 25 minutes, right at 7 miles. There's a lot of good trails up here that you can hike. Those are just two that I've done before. Of course, Hanging Rock's going to be the most popular. You know, again, I didn't see anybody today, but it's 19 degrees and I got here at 8. It's on a Friday morning. I think in the wintertime you can see a lot more. Definitely going to have more people in the summertime, but I hope you get out, have a good hike. The Moore's Knob to the Lookout Tower was maybe 900 plus feet of elevation. This Cook's Wall was right at 800, so a total of 1,700 feet of elevation gain if you want to try it. I hope you come out and enjoy.